Hey guys, um, I'm almost done with the book. Um, it's like 1.5 chapters left. Um, there's probably some good information there too, but well, I wanted to make a video. Apparently, felt like more. It felt more important. I I feel like I understand now. Uh, it's very nice, I guess. It it switches the whole perspective. It's well, it doesn't really matter whether we used to be trapped in this or not, or nothing like that really matters. Like, we could have done all the things Errol said. There could be a war between our infinite beings, our bigger selves. There's no reason it can't. I, however, don't believe we are imprisoned here. I've gone through the information. It doesn't make sense to me anymore. The information that's telling me that we are trapped here doesn't feel right, I guess. The new information trumps the old. And the new information is, well, to summarize it, it's telling me to simply enjoy the ride. There's way too much to explain the book in a video. It's pointless. The information is already out there. You don't need me to summarize anything. I simply, well, I don't have any choices, so I didn't want to do anything. I am supposed to say my thoughts on it. It's for you guys, I'm guessing, uh, since I've already found the information. So it doesn't really matter to me, and well, maybe it will to you guys. Maybe that's why you're watching this video, because well, we don't have any choices in what we see, what we do, anything. I don't really care if you find that depressing or not. It's just this part of you, like whether or not this part of you has choices, is gonna continue to exist in the end. Does that really matter in the grand scale of things? Why would it matter? You've already had the experiences. It's not like they would go away just because this body goes away. What is, however, crucial, that was about other things in the book. From what I've been able to gather, I was on the right path, I guess, without having any of the right information. But while I was given all that information, I didn't think about it myself. I don't only choose how I want to look at things, how I react to the moment. That's what's important. It's basically do you explain this in very few words? You're, well, it's both very simple and very complicated, but as I talked about in the other videos, you are simply a passenger along to experience the ride. Uh, and, well, it's about forcefully limiting yourself in order to experience things. Well, it doesn't really matter what you do. That's the core thing, because you don't have a choice. You can only choose if you want to enjoy it or not. And, well, I'm hoping, because I don't have a choice in the matter, but I'm hoping that by reaching the point of knowing, then there is no point in limiting you anymore. So you will be able to do what you want to do. Uh, because you're doing what you want to do, and the world is going to provide what you need. There's a whole chapter on money in there and shit, and, well, if you want something, if you want to experience something, then the world is just simply going to provide it to you, or you are going to provide it to yourself, if that's the reason. I don't know that yet for sure. The man in the book was very confident in the fact that money will simply appear when he needs it. And I have to say, after finding out about the Mandela effect, I guess I haven't really thought about money. And it would seem I'm just getting it. Not because I really care anymore, but that's kind of the point. It's always been there. And as long as I simply follow along, it's just gonna be there, I guess. That I don't know why I decided to create a nest egg like that. Like, I don't choose. I can't choose to enjoy the ride, so I can choose to wonder. I can choose to wonder why. Not really because it's an important question. Like, in the end, I will just have if I need. But then why did I do it? And, well, you have to find what you want to do, I guess. And not in a change the world kind of way. Now there is a possibility that actually changing the world is your point of being here. That could always be. And, well, I can't say for sure. I'm 100% certain how you start the process, how you go out the door in the back of the theater, how you get past the bullshit, I guess. As everything is probably gonna be falsehoods in that book as well. Simply because we can't know the entire truth. That's the whole point of being in this game. fairly certain that once you go out that back door, uh, or once you go out of the cave, I'm not sure if that's completely going out of the cave or if that is starting to move towards the cave opening. Everything gets kind of complicated when you use metaphors, because I don't have anyone to bounce the metaphors off sitting here at the moment, so they won't fit perfectly, I guess. And I don't really know why this is the script. This is what I was supposed to say. This is not really, since I'm doing this on a video, since I'm communicating with others, this is, well, this is not me speaking, this is predetermined script for you guys, I guess. If you're watching this, this is, you've agreed on what I'm saying. Why you want me to ramble is, I don't know. We agreed on it, apparently. There are many stages, right, in this, and you're supposed to do a lot of activities and all of that. I am, of course, gonna try them, and I'm gonna do them, but I think I'm gonna wait a little while to start doing them. At least on a conscious level, I guess. It's not like I can choose what I think about, but I can't choose what's gonna happen, and I can't really choose what kind of feeling I want to deal with, I guess. No, not feeling, what kind of thoughts I want to deal with, although I can't control them. It's, I don't know. I'm not supposed to know. That's the whole point. And in the end, it's all about just following along, just seeing what happens, trying to enjoy the ride, basically. Because once you're just enjoying the ride, there's no point for you, there's no point of it being, well, at least boring. Because you're not fighting it anymore, you're simply trying to enjoy the ride, and then it's gonna make fun things happen for you. Or you wouldn't really have a point, right? It's kind of why you're created, to do shit, to experience things. It's I'm trying to internalize the information. It's of course gonna take a long time. Basically, all I can do is follow the ride. I can't really control how it's being done. I can resist it or I can enjoy it. How quick my journey is gonna be is, or how long it's gonna be is gonna be up to, we'll see. There's no way of knowing. I don't know why I've been rushing through all of this, to be honest. Doesn't seem like what the other people have been doing. why did I just barely glance into the back of the theater and then instinctively want to move as long back as I could when I don't choose? Then that's the most important thing you can take away. If you're just gonna enjoy the ride, right? So I like to wonder about why I do things. It's not really about finding out. It's more about curiosity, I guess. Why? Why anything? Simply to, well, it's how I choose to use my free will. I choose to wonder because I find it enjoyable. Don't know if that's important or not. I don't know how long I'm gonna take. The author of the book spent 40 years in his adulthood stage. I guess that's what it's called. When you're inside the theater and you haven't even opened the door yet. And well, I'm afraid I'm not gonna end up having as much time enjoying the good part. And I'm kind of wondering why. And that also links back to why I'm making these videos. It's kind of illogical by my own nature. Uh, if well, I can't really say because I can't really know my nature yet. That's probably gonna take time. I'm well, all I can do is hope because I can't really decide where things are gonna take me, what I'm gonna want to experience, what I'm gonna want to learn. Um, well, it's I'm trying to fight my tendency to make plans. It's like, for instance, I understand that I'm gonna have what I need, but I still, I'm still limited by the movie I'm watching, by the game I'm playing. And, well, I could probably just move to Spain or something by the coast. That coast is still gonna be in the game, and game is kind of unruly right now. Well, we're all experiencing the same template of the earth, everything, and the template of history and society. Things have to be kind of the same, right? Or it won't work. Just like the Matrix. If it's too inconsistent, and it won't work. So I'm very, very interested about this because, again, I don't choose, which has become throughout these videos more and more clear. And why does it feel really important? It's something that major is happening. I don't have any choices again. It's things can feel important and I do it because it feels important. If it feels important, it's not my choice. It's supposed to happen and I simply do it. And well, I am connected to what's gonna happen, so I feel like I should do it instead of it just happening. I haven't thought about this hard enough, and I think that's the point of this video, to talk about things before I have them more absorbed, before I can before I can accept, for instance, that money will just appear in my bank account. I don't think I'm ever gonna need money, but I've still created a story behind why I'm not gonna need money anymore. But that story should not be needed in any kind of way. If you want to do something, or if the bigger you, the doesn't matter what you call it, the infinite part of you, if it decides you should do something, then you're gonna do it. You're gonna have what you need to do it. And once you get to the point where you are freer, I guess, where you're not a part of the system and everything, then you're just gonna have it. In the book, money just appears in his account if he feels like he should do something, because he's being taken where he wants to be taken, and he's gonna have what he needs to do it. I feel like I've lived a lot of my life like that. Like, I'm always gonna have money. And the only times I ever actually go out of money is if I check my bank account. I have never gotten a declined card if I just went 3 months without checking it. It would never happen. I might check it and it will be declined literally the next day. I'm like missing almost nothing. But if I don't check, it's gonna be there, because that's what I need to do, what I want to do. And it's strange thinking back about it, because when I believed I would always have the money, I literally always had the money. It doesn't in the end matter where it comes from. We all, like, it could come from parents, it could come from just magically being there, just because you never check your bank account. This will not work if it's not supposed to work, if you're still very firmly into the system, I guess. Because then it becomes about the money, not about what the money can do for experiences and shit. And then it's just a limitation, and it's supposed to be there. Well, I would just want to finish with, I think the book was is, since I'm a little bit from done, very interesting. very reassuring in a very strange way. And there is something very, very, very freeing about thinking I am literally making no choices. I'm just supposed to enjoy the ride. There's something truly freeing about it. It feels very right. Uh, I feel like getting going through it really helped me a lot without really being able to put my hands on why in specific situations. It all fit really well with what I instinctively wanted to believe, the way I wanted to think, I guess. And I never even wanted things to be predetermined. I always wanted it to be free will, my choices, but it still is. It's just not me that's making the choices. Doesn't mean I haven't made the choice. It just means I am simply enjoying the movie. It doesn't make the movie any worse. It doesn't make the movie any better. And I'm also very happy that everyone seems to be using the movie analogy in everything, because everything should be a movie. And why would I want to direct the movie? That wouldn't really be interesting. Then I would know what's gonna happen. Which is, if you've ever been one of those people who just have a lot of time on their hands, like I have, obviously well, I was supposed to have a lot of time on my hands, but if you're one of those people who have watched TV shows many, many times, and you've watched everything, and you watch things over again, like 3 times, 4 times, you know that it's just that not that interesting when you know the outcome. And planning for the outcome is kind of the same, right? Then you know the outcome, and that's boring. And it's very freeing, because then I will be free to just watch. And I'm suspecting I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I can't see why not. That's even what the book tells you. Just allow the fun to happen. Don't try to limit yourself. Don't try to help others. Don't try to do anything. If you want to give someone something, then there's nothing wrong in that. There's nothing wrong in doing anything, as long as it's not limiting you, as long as you feel like doing it. But it has to be not because you feel like you should, but just because you want to. It should be something happy associated with it. Shouldn't want anything in return from doing it. It should simply be something you want to do. Uh, would appear I'm trying to summarize the idea. Maybe it's for myself, so that, well, I don't know why I would look back on this, because I will probably be further along, so it won't really matter to me. But still trying to summarize it, so which is also interesting. Well, I want to be I want to be realistic for a moment, being simply a passenger. And I am really wondering if the director is going to give me what I want or not. I'm wondering if I'm at the point where I can really appreciate it, or if I'm not. And I have to go through more things before I can appreciate whatever it is I'm going to want in that moment. And you don't, well, I feel like I really want to live somewhere warm. And I also want there to be really sci-fi shit. Now, I don't know if this is gonna happen or not. I'm simply wondering if I'm gonna get my wishes. It could be something completely different. Maybe I've done that a lot of times, and in the end found it kind of boring, so I wanted to do something else. That's also possible. Um, well, apparently I'm trying to skip things. I'm trying to skip actually doing exercises to get rid of the ego and simply just throw the whole onion away at once, I guess. I don't know why I'm trying to do that. Would again make, well, it will take away my rewards, I guess, for going through the hard first part. I don't know why I'm doing that. But luckily, I find wondering about it interesting. So it is in itself a reward, just because I get to wonder about it. I'm Well, I'm not sure if I'm going too slow or too fast at the moment, and I feel like I've accepted that I can't choose anyway. So, well, I've been out of the house once today. That was simply because I had the urge to buy candy. So I did. Tastes good. Still have it. I'm gonna eat it soon, or more of it. And I feel like it was very rewarding. I usually go out to buy real food and things. Try to save my money, try to think about what I should buy, try to do everything like that. And, well, I was basically just buying candy, and I still went to a store that was furthest away because I wanted more things to choose from. And it didn't bother me at all. And it felt really rewarding in the end. It's, well, I don't even know why I want to convince you to try the same. It won't matter to me in the end. It's your journey. You've probably done it similar ways before. Just want to experience it from a different angle. Uh, Literally makes no sense to try to convince you of anything. Leadership is totally pointless because you can't choose and you can't change anyone else's life in any way whatsoever. It's it's already written. It's already chosen. Everything you hear from others is something you've both agreed on. Um, Trying to change someone's mind is literally pointless because you will either be able to or you won't be able to. And it's already chosen whether it's going to work or not. So it's pointless to try. And that again raises the question why I'm doing it. I know it's pointless. It's not going to change anything. Well, it's not going to change anything. And it could help you, but you already knew it was going to help you. Yeah, and this is fairly new philosophy for me, I guess. It's the only real way to think about it. It's simply philosophy. It's you don't really choose anything, so make your own fun. See what happens. And I simply enjoy philosophy, so I philosophize about it. I think you just have to choose what you want to do. Just follow it. And it's not necessarily that you're supposed to do every plan. If something feels right, then just do it. You're supposed to do it, so just do it. Nothing else will, well, it will be fine because you're supposed to do it. And, well, if you see this, you're probably at the point where nothing you want to do is gonna end up hurting you or teaching you some kind of lesson about the hardship of life, I guess. It would be pointless at this when you're at that point. It would be pointless. Could be you can't choose, and I can't know where you are in your journey. I can't even really know where I am in mine. But I can speculate. I don't know if I should or not yet. But I think as long as I don't try to actually plan anything, it doesn't matter. It could simply be fun hypotheticals. There's nothing wrong with a hypothetical as long as you don't try to force it to become reality in any way. Because forcing it to become reality is not something you can do in this form. It could be you chose to be able to be a god in this world. Not your whole you, but to be able to manifest things, like really manifest them out of nothing. And you could do that, but you're probably not gonna. It would ruin the game for everyone else. Or it wouldn't be able to play with anyone else, would be more specific, because you would break their reality if you ever met them. You wouldn't be able to play co-op, and well, we like to do things together, don't we? It's well, we're all alone in the end. It doesn't mean we don't like to do things with others, because we like to share our experiences with others. So that wouldn't be something you do, probably, but you probably have done it. Just like I have, well, there's one more important thing. There are no past lives, there are simply other lives, other experiences. So you have been those other experiences, but that doesn't mean you were them in previous time. Now, you could have been them in different universes. You have been many things in different universes. So you can have memories of old lives, old things, but it's not old. It's simply its limitation, I guess. Because it's all happening right now in the moment. And all history and everything is simply just to make this moment make sense. Which is also interesting, because then what have you really done? Are your memories correct, I guess? Did you do things to other people, either good or bad? You can remember it, but did you do it? Especially if it's older. If it's something you did like 10 years ago, when you weren't even close to what you are now. Did you even do it? Well, I think everything of it is very interesting. And instead of taking away my my outlook of the future, instead of making it more depressive, it's making it a lot better, because why would I make it bad for myself? If I simply stop trying to make it better and just let it be, then there's not going to be any reason for things I don't want anymore. I'm not going to be fighting anything. Well, again, interesting. And apparently you agreed to hear this, so you're going to ask yourself, why did you want to hear it? Peace.